Hello, everyone. So, today we are going to start with a new sociology video, and we are going to discuss a new topic today, that is joint family advantages and disadvantages. So, let's understand the meaning of the joint family. The joint family, we all know that it is a special feature of Indian society, and the joint family is also known as undivided family and sometimes as extended family. It normally consists of the member who at least belong to three generation. In a joint family, we can say that three generation or more than three generation people live under one roof. They share the common kitchen. They have the common property as well as the same belief and rituals. The custom and traditions are shared by them as well as the common property. The joint family, the caste system, and the village system are often regarded as the pillar on which the whole Hindu social edifice is built. The joint family is the bedrock on which Hindu values and attributes are built. It is found in almost all parts of India. Family for a Hindu is a sacred institution deriving sanction from religion and social tradition with myths and legends. Hence, this form of families is still found in India. It is deeply rooted in the traditional Hindu culture. It is an age old system having a long history of its own. The joint family is mode of combining smaller families into a larger family units through extension through the extension of the three or more generation, including at least grandparents, parents, and children. The joint family is one which consists of members related through blood and spread over several generations, living together under a common roof and work under a common head. The definition given by Srimati Iravati Karve seems to be very more satisfactory. According to her, the joint family may be defined as a group of people who generally live under one roof, who eat food cooked at one hearth. Hearth means kitchen, and who hold property in common and who participate in common family worship and are related to each other as some particular type of kindred. So there are more definitions like IP Desai. We call that household a joint family which has greater generation depth than individual family and the member of which are related to one another by property, income, and mutual rights and obligations. So, for the Indian students of sociology, the study of Indian family system deserves special attention or holds a special place, not only because they are born in Indian families, but also for here the family system differs in the material respects from the Western family system. The family in India does not consist only of husband, wife, and their children, but also of uncle, aunt, and cousin, and grandsons. This system is called joint family, or we can say extended family system, is a peculiar characteristic of the Indian social life. A son after marriage does not usually separate himself from the parents. Family system is thus like a socialistic community in which uh, everyone earns according to his capacity and receives according to his needs. Let's understand more about the joint family meaning. The system called joint family or the extended family system is a peculiar characteristics of the Indian social life. As I told you that a son after marriage does not usually separate himself from the parents but continues to stay with them under the same roof, messing together and holding property in common. The family has a joint property and every person has his share in it since the time he is born. The earning of all the members are put in common fund out of which family expenses are met. Non-earning members have as much share as the earning member. The Indian family system is thus like a socialistic community in which everyone earns uh, according to his capacity and receives according to his needs. Let's talk about the characteristic of joint family. So, joint family, the first characteristic of joint family is that the people, those who live in the joint family, they live under one roof, and second is a larger in size. So we can say that the member of the joint family usually live under one roof and the whole family has a single kitchen. Second, large size. Large size is the main characteristic of a joint family and consists of people of three or more generation. That means to say that because in joint family, three or more generation live under one roof, including at least grandparents, grandchildren, uncle, aunt, cousin, and so on. So it is having a larger in size. Common property. If we talk about the common property that in the joint family, a common property is shared by all the members. They have collectively a common property or a business decision making power with the elderly male member called karta. So we also see this that joint family has got a common property, and the head of the family, that is Karta, manages the property of the family for the material and the spiritual welfare of the family members. The members work by assuming certain responsibilities. And in the household, the authority to take decision and maintain peace and discipline in the family lies in the hands of the elderly male member, that is Karta. Then, bound with mutual obligations. Members of the joint family are bound together by mutual obligations. No one works against the interest of another. All members are responsible for each other and are bound by mutual understanding, love, reciprocal relationships, and cooperative spirit. The right and the obligations of the member of the joint family are same. Common religion. If we see, then we find that the common religion is followed by the joint family members, or we can say that the common worship. The Hindu joint family derives its strength from religion, hence, it is associated with the various religions, rituals, and practice. Every family member may have its own uh, uh, Kul Devta or Kul Devi and its own religious tradition. Member of the family take part in common worship, rites, and ceremonies. And the last three or more generation or live under one roof. As I told you that in the joint family, the joint family consists of three or more generation which live under one roof and share the common property, and the common religion. uh, so let's talk about the advantages of the joint family. So there are various advantages of the joint family system. So we can say that there are various merits, or we can say that there are various advantages of the joint family system. The number one is stable and durable. The joint family is more stable and durable than the single or the nuclear or the unit family. Individual may come and go, but the family as a unit stands. It contributes much to the continuation of the cultural tradition. The second ensures economic progress. To joint family meets the basic need of its member. It take the elderly person take care, the karta take care of the basic needs of all the members, those who are living in the family: food, clothing, and shelter, a first condition of the economic progress. Further, it provide larger labor force, especially for the agricultural communities. It prevent the subdivision of the fragmentation of landholding and help scientific farming. Then next is economic. We can say economic. It provide the economic saving. Savings are possible in the joint family here, since the household purchases are done jointly. No single member has an absolute right in the family property. Everyone is bound to become the spendthrift. The head of the family member does not permit the member to become the extra vacant. So it ensures it saves the economic savings can be done in the joint family because the things are shared commonly by everyone in the joint family. Division of labor. It also, we can see in the joint family that division of labor is there. And here, the work is distributed among the members on the basis of age and sex. Members cooperate with one another since they hold the property in common. Especially for the agriculture task, the joint family is better fitted. And according to K.M. Kapadia has pointed out, the Indian farmer used to be producer, seller, laborer, and investors combined. Each of these functions can be performed efficiently to the advantage of the family if it is a joint one. Or we can say that the division of labor can be well was seen in the joint families. According to the age and sex, the women take care of the bringing of the children as a household, and the male member, they move out for the livelihood, and the physical tough work is done by the male member, mm, and the children are given the work according to their age. So we see a well division of labor in the joint family. Serve as a social insurance company. We can say that for the people such as orphan, widows, deserted, divorced, separated, and neglected, the joint family serve as a social insurance company. It gives them food, shelter, and protection, and take care of their basic needs, and protect them, and fulfill their needs. Provide a social security. In the joint family, give social security to the weak, aged, sick, unstable, disabled, and the such other needy person. An individual life from the cradle to the cremation is looked after by the joint family. In the time of the accident, crisis, or some emergency, one can rely on one's own joint family for the needed help. So, joint family is strength of the people, and we can say that provide recreation, provide leisure, since the work is shared by all the member on the basis of age and sex and experience. They get People get in the joint family more time, and or we can say get more leisure time. More hands at the home can finish off the work within the minimum time and provide enough time to the members to relax and to spend quality of time with each other, which connect them closely, and they spend a quality of time. They understand each other, and they share their experiences with each other, and this help in the socialization of the child. And here the women are the main beneficiaries of the leisure. The next is the provide recreation. The joint family is an ideal place for recreation for all the members. Childish play between the two aged and the little babies, the funny talks of the old, and the broken language of the younger people, the expression of the sisterly, brotherly, and motherly love, and the mm, and the and the like make the joint family life a pleasurable one. So here we see that people spend quality of time with each other, the son, the brother and the sister, and all they sit together. They play chess, they play carom, they spend a quality of time with each other. They share their experiences, so this help in a social regulation, and it guide them also. And because they spend a quality of time and provide to joint family, sometimes people sit together, family members sit together, play antakshari or some other game, and this is the way they spend the quality of time with each other, and they share their experiences, and they understand each other feeling, and the ups and downs of the life. And so it is like it provide an emotional support to them, and help in the social control. So the joint family, by exercising control over the behavior of its member, act as an agency of social control. As we know that family keep on guiding, and family keep a control on the behavior of the members. So in the joint family also take care of these things and control the behavior of its member. the individual are taught to subordinate their individual's interest to the group interest. And here the people learn the lesson of sacrifice, cooperation with each other, and they learn how to control their individual interest and to give preference to the group interest. As well as we can find socialization in joint family. Joint family, a child learn to speak, to walk, and how to what society expect from him, and how he has to behave, how he has to make himself fit according to the frame of the society. So a proper socialization is done in the family. A family is also called the primary school of a child. Elderly care in joint family, because every time some member is there in the joint family, so elderly people are better take care, and they enjoy a good health and good care and upbringing of the children. As I said that at that time, when the joint families were there, and still the joint families are there, and the joint families, because too many women are there and too many people are there every time to take care of the child, so there is no need of the crutches as in the modern time we need crutches. When the so here the women is free. If she want to move out for shopping or for some other thing, she can go out leaving the child at home, and under the custody of some member of the family. And the transmit of culture and tradition joint, because of the joint family help in transmitting the culture and tradition from one generation to another. We feeling is there. We find that in the joint family people spend quality of time with each other. They share their experiences, and friendly type of relations are there between the brother and the sister, and the uncle and the other relatives, which are of the same similar age. So it just to bring them closely connected with each other, as well as they celebrate the festivals and the other religious activities together. And we all know that the religion unified us, and a close connectivity is developed. So we feeling is there, a group feeling is there. People feel love, care, affection. They are bind with, they are connected with each other with a love, care, and affection, and they are ready to sacrifice their life for the sake of their family and family members. So there are many advantages we have seen, and that's why the joint family system is very good. And but some disadvantages are also there. No privacy is there, no freedom is there. We find that in the joint family, no privacy is there, and since the joint family is always overcrowded, privacy is denied to the newlywed couple. They cannot express openly their love and affection uh, for the invariable presence of the other member cause embarrassment for them. They rarely get opportunity to talk about their personal matters, hence they fail to develop the intimacy. So these problems are there, and no privacy is there for the married couple, and they hardly get time because every time they are overcrowded by the family members. Economic burden, economic burden is there in a joint family. The one member only take care of the the needs and the other thing, and the things economically are managed by one person only. So sometimes that person is overburdened by taking care of the rest of the family members, because there are in family there are many members which are not earning anything, and then it becomes a burden for the person if there is only one person or two-person earning there. Women status not good. Women in all ways, because in a joint family too many people are there. She she has to cook for them, she has to do the domestic work, and she hardly get quality of time, and she hardly get rest. So women is not given any decision making power also. So women status is not very good. children are pampered because in the joint family the grandparents are also there, and in front of the grandparents the mother cannot scold the child. If the child is scolded, and the grandparents, they immediately protect the child, and in this way the bad habit of the child keep on encouraging and developing, and this pamper the child is unable to learn the ethical values and the moral values. So the children are pampered by the elderly people in the family. And the center of quarrel, how can we forget when the too many people are there? Then obviously a center of quarrel is there. The joint family is said to be the hotbed of the quarrel and reckoning, especially among the women flock. Since women come to the family after marriage from diverse socio-economic and religious background, different from backgrounds they come, they may find it difficult to adjust themselves properly. The quarrel are very often take place between the elder and the younger members of the family because freedom is not given, and the karta always impose a decision on the family members, and they are bound to follow his decision. They cannot oppose it, they cannot go against it, they are given no freedom. So because of this, the quarrel is a very common feature of the joint family. Promote idleness. Yeah, this is another feature of the joint family demerit. The joint family is said to be the home of the idlers and the drones. Since all the members are assured of the basic necessities of life, no one take much interest in the, because everyone need is fulfilled, so nobody take much interest in the productive activities. Further, all the relative may flock to the joint family with their idle habit and may become lifelong parasites. So they are completely dependent on the family when they are very much relaxed that their life is going on with ease, so there is no need to earn or no need to do the job. So that is why it encourages, it promotes the idleness in the family member. And the last favors uncontrolled reproduction. The joint family is found to be associated with a high birth rate. Reason behind it, member do not feel the need to adopt birth control measures, since the joint family take care directly the responsibility of the feeding, rearing, and the educating the children. So they are carefree that the more and more children will be there, and so there will be no issue and no problem. So they do not adopt the birth control measure. The married member do not experience the urgency and necessity of restricting the number of issues. So these are the demerits which we see in the joint family system. And but if we say there are many changes coming in the joint family system now, the traditional joint system of India has undergone the vast changes. These changes have not destroyed the system as such, but we still find that the tradition that the joint the nuclear system, nuclear family system is trying to take its place, but it is not completely replaced by the nuclear family. So joint family is still there, and it is a traditional feature of our Indian society. And because of its advantages, it contain more advantage and very less disadvantage. So I am in favor of the joint family. Thank you.